Or deeper.
Deeper, diba?
But let your fingers...
Very happy and proud to be a partner of the Pagkakaisa in its Visita Human Guest program. BBMG is a program that is meant to highlight the role of our overseas Filipino workers as tourism ambassadors. In this program, incentives, discounts, and even raffle prizes will be made available to participating OFWs. Bring home a friend, bring home your employer, bring home tourists that will discover the warmth, the beauty, the amazing hospitality here that can only be found in the Philippines. So, well, thank you for all those who will be supporting the Visita PHILIPPINE program and our partners in the Department of Tourism. You can be assured of our 100% full support. Thank you.
Ayan, parati pong si Asik Benny lang sobrang busy, hindi nakakasama sa mga launch. Pero, yes, since we launched po in December, the DOT has been, aggressive in also holding international launches. So, with your indulgence po, I'd like to share with you short clips of some of the international launching events of the BBMG. And the first, next slide. This one po is coincided. Hold on, please.
We are grateful for the contributions of our OFWs all over the world, especially here in Japan. And that is why we have prepared a very special guest incentive program for all of you in partnership with the Department of Migrant Workers, as well as the support of the Tourism Promotions Board. The BBMG will allow our fellow Filipinos to invite guests, family, spouse, and friends to the Philippines. The Visita Be My Guest program will allow you to visit all of these destinations from Ilocos, Cebu, Davao, Palawan, Bohol, Boracay, Baguio, Batanes, Bicol, Cavite, Leyte, and Argao. What are you waiting for? I invite all of you to join the Visita Be My Guest program.
Philippines, let the world know. Come here and be at home. Be a guest, be a guest, be a guest. In the Philippines, be a guest. Oh, this is Philippines, you listen low. Come here and be at home. Be a guest, be a guest, be a guest. In the Philippines, be a guest. Oh, this is Philippines, let the world know. Come here and be at home.
Sign up, invite friends and family, and travel to the world's leading beach and dive destination and the world's leading country destination for tourism, the Philippines. Visita Be My Guest in the Philippines.
That coincided po during the state visit of the President in Japan last February. So after Tokyo, we did the launch in Berlin, also in April in Los Angeles and San Francisco, and we're also doing regional launches. And I'd like to share with you, ito, sige, you want to watch? Ito, yung Soksar dyan in Sultan Kudarat for the regional launch.
Our President, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., very early on articulated in his administration that tourism is a priority. Recognizing the power that tourism holds as far as its ability to change the lives of our fellow Filipinos. We have come here today as well to launch our President's program to encourage our fellow Filipinos to become tourism ambassadors for the Philippines. Whether you are an overseas Filipino worker or a Filipino living in the country, we are launching a program that gives incentives if you invite people.
Or gift. So pampa good vibes for our, so that everyone can be part of the BBMG program. So at least 2 stamps lang. Next slide. So these are our 12 featured destinations. So Ilocos, Cebu, Davao, Palawan, Bohol, Boracay, Baguio, Batanes, Bicol, Camiguin, Leyte, and Siargao. Gusto niyo na po ba pumunta? Ano? Ganon. Buy na lang ano. And then, for the privilege card, again, this is available for all foreign and domestic tourists because this is our, this is in partnership with DOT accredited enterprises. We have a lot of mga resorts, hotels, even restaurants that are DOT accredited. So we have more than 400 participating establishments offering special discounts. They have mga special promos, no? And this is available sa website. Virtual privilege card po ito. So you can register and get the virtual privilege card, and then you can avail of yung mga these are just sample of the mga discounts and special promos offered. Ayan, the program po was launched last December at the SM Mall of Asia, where Secretary Frasco and Secretary Ople signed a memorandum of understanding for the implementation of the BBMG. I think we'd like to, of course, listen to the message, next slide please, of Secretary Ople for this program. Medyo mahina.
And proud to be a partner of the Department of Tourism in its Visita Be My Guest program. BBMG is a program that is meant to highlight the role of our overseas Filipino workers as tourism ambassadors. In this program, incentives, discounts, and even raffle prizes will be made available to participating OFWs. Bring home a friend, bring home your employer, bring home tourists that will discover the warmth, the beauty, the amazing hospitality here that can only be found in the Philippines. So, well, thank you for all those who will be supporting the Visita Be My Guest program and to our partners in the Department of Tourism. You can be assured of our 100% full support. Thank you.
Ayan, parati pong si Asik Benny lang sobrang busy, hindi nakakasama sa mga launch. Pero, yes, since we launched po in December, the DOT has been, aggressive in also holding international launches. So, with your indulgence po, I'd like to share with you short clips of some of the international launching events of the BBMG. And the first, next slide. This one po is coincided, hold on please.
We are grateful for the contributions of our OFWs all over the world, especially here in Japan. And that is why we have prepared a very special guest incentive program for all of you in partnership with the Department of Migrant Workers as well as the support of the Tourism Promotions Board. The BBMG will allow our fellow Filipinos to invite guests, family, spouse, and friends to the Philippines. The Visita Be My Guest program will allow you to visit all of these destinations from Ilocos, Cebu, Davao, Palawan, Bohol, Boracay, Baguio, Batanes, Bicol, Camiguin, Leyte, and Siargao. What are you waiting for? I invite all of you.
You're here and be at home. Be a guest, be a guest, be a guest. In the Philippines, be a guest. Oh, this is Philippine citizen love. You're welcome here and be at home. Be a guest, be a guest, be a guest. In the Philippines, be a guest. Oh, this is Philippines, like the one love. You're welcome here and be at home. Be a guest.
Sign up, invite friends and family, and travel to the world's leading beach and dive destination and the world's leading country destination for tourism, the Philippines. Visita Be My Guest in the Philippines.
That coincided po during the state visit of the President in Japan last February. So after Tokyo, we did the launch in Berlin, also in April in Los Angeles, in San Francisco, and we're also doing regional launches. And I'd like to share with you, ito, sige, you want to watch? Ito, yung Soksar dyan in Sultan Kudarat for the regional launch.
Our President, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., very early on articulating in the country, we are launching a program that gives you incentives if you invite a foreign friend, guest, or spouse into our country. The BGen program offers as least is possible to all of you looking forward to the very bright future that awaits tourism in Sultan Kudarat and the entire Philippines. Daghan kaayo salamat kaninyong tanan. Syukran.
Ayun po. During the launching po sa lahat ng mga pinuntahan ng DOT, naramdaman po talaga namin ang tuwa at excitement ng ating mga kababayan na makauwi ng Pilipinas at mag-enjoy ng ating tourist destinations. And I'm sure kayo rin po. So sa inyo pong lahat at sa ating pong mga kababayang Pilipino who will be our tourism ambassadors, our tourism heroes, maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta. Isang maalad na pagbati sa pagdiriwang ng ating 125 anibersaryo ng kalayaan ng Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang bansang Pilipinas, mabuhay ang mamamayang Pilipino.
That is actually a small way of being a hero. You know, you're proud of your country. You're going to tell them, oh, these are the places you've been to. You know, I'm very lucky. I can travel all over. I told you na, I went to 150 countries. 7,100 islands na ako. And there's so many places I've been discovering. Like, you know, did you know that the biggest statue in the Philippines
Where is it?
found in Bayambang, Pangasinan? It's a statue of Saint Vincent Ferrer, who I didn't even know was a saint. I know Tony Ferrer, but I didn't know Vincent Ferrer.
What
And there's
else
so
is there?
many,
What else
yeah.
is there in the Philippines?
Oh
that
my
was-
God, there's so many places in the
Did
Philippines.
you know
Did you
that
go to
we-
Bonggao?
Where's that?
Tawi-Tawi.
What's that?
Oh, you should go to Bonggao, Tawi-Tawi. It's the most beautiful place.
Okay.
They're making it the Maldives of the Philippines.
Ayan
So we
na.
don't have to use that. So
I think
everybody.
so many will learn about it
And
now.
the most important
Yeah.
place is SM Mega Mall. Kasi if you go to SM Mega Mall, that is the cause of the traffic.
Yun lang pala yun. That's the point.
Correct. So, we have
Why?
okay, everybody, I hope you're not yet hungry because we have 200 other speakers.
So while the Philippines is innovating development plans for the betterment of our country, one can never neglect that technology is one of those. So in fact, the Philippines has been tagged as the social media capital of the world, and while we are at it, there's no denying that our technology should be advanced too. Are you?
I agree
correct.
because everybody's texting.
Yeah, oo nga.
They're
All
texting
right.
everybody.
Diba? Wala na eh. Wala na yung... Naalala niyo ba yung PLDT?
Oo naman.
Yung commercial?
Oo.
ng, ano yan?
Mas grabe, easy call.
Easy call.
Oo, wala, there's no reaction.
Meron yung let your
Puro
fingers...
millennial ang mga tao.
Millennials kayo.
Oo, hindi nila alam easy call.
Ang generation namin, we were born in
Easy
the same
call.
year. And
Yeah.
so, yeah. Or beeper. Easy
Beepers,
call.
diba?
But let your fingers do the walking.
No,
Naalala
the
niyo
most
yan.
important everybody should understand is JRS Express. Okay? Kung may JRS Express kayo na yon, wala nang social media.
At saka nung time na yun, merong yung party line.
Oo,
Di ba?
that's
Okay, so let us have from the president of the Rotary Club, Makati, Josepi Rizal, Glo Marfori, on her talk on advancing technology towards a globally competitive nation. Let's give her a round. Let's give Glo Marfori a big round of applause. Hi, Glo. How are you? I've only seen you online. Yes.
Thank you for having me. So I prepared my speech in English. I wanted to share this in Filipino, but of course, let's be all considerate. Okay. So, advancing technology towards a globally competitive nation. Let me ask this group, what are we really advancing? What is that element that can set an individual or even a nation to an advantage? Anyone? What is that element that can set an individual or even a nation to an advantage?
Knowledge.
Resilience, yes. No. Money, knowledge, okay. So my answer to that is information. Right? So when you have more information on something, diba, you're set to an advantage. Correct? Diba? So actually, defense uses information. Right? So when we present, we use information. In science, information. So everything is information. Because information is power. Have you heard of it? Yes. It holds the lessons learned from our past history. Diba? When it's accurate, timely, and relevant to our present situation, information enables us to make informed decisions and effective actions. Correct? Forecasts, the future, right? Forecasts, on the other hand, give guidance and direction that will lead to opportunities to a better life. Now, even before, we have been developing ways on how to share what we know and where to store what we know. Our ancestors used songs, poems, stories. They wrote on walls of caves, papyrus, scrolls, and even, on skin, tattoos. Diba? So those are the information of their culture, heritage, right? Their feelings and emotions. So now information is digital. From analog, we're now in the digital world. Sharing before would mean we transport filing cabinets, boxes, folders, but now we have microchips that can hold the information of the entire agency. And they get even smaller. And then there are now microchips that can be stored under your skin, right? To hold information of who you are, your whole identity, your whole history. So that's how powerful information now, and we store that on small chips. Now, what we did was to digitize. No? Information has gone from analog to digital, sharing with digitization of hard copies to soft copies. Information has become available and more accessible. Technology is always being upgraded to optimize efficiency in making information more available and accessible, with the time element, which is always now. Diba? So this is our way of life. We have the fast food because we want it now. Diba? So we have in a click of a button because we want information now. You submit it, you want it sent already. Right? We have online banking because I want to give money to you now. This is our culture now. It's the now culture. With digitized information that's available and more accessible, manual systems and processes in information handling were always upgraded. Thus the birth of digitalization phase. We believe that digitalization made our tasks easier. It allowed us to save time, save money, so we can have more resources to be allotted in the things we love and the things we like. Now this fueled the creation of solutions and demand to digitally transform all information to give us what we need and more of what we need. Because solutions would improve our way of life. So let me just share you something that our club did during the pandemic, no? About, you know, how we use this information to improve the lives of a lot of people. Because while the pandemic brought unemployment and business closures to highest records, it forced us to a rapid paradigm shift with how to continue living. We were forced to opt out face-to-face meetings and join virtual meetings and online seminars. The malls were those of online stores and restaurants. They come to your doorstep through delivery service. You have the Grab, the Food Panda, right? The certainty of uncertainty fueled the Rotarian way of life, which is service above self, among the leaders of Rotary District 3830. So our club's past president, she's right over there, and then vocational service chair, Elizabeth Rabuy. Can you please stand? PP Beth, yeah. She's our past president, is Elizabeth Rabuy. She used technology to bridge the information of those businesses needing employees to people seeking work or livelihood opportunities. Businesses looking for avenues to promote their products and services were also given a marketplace to trade. Business communication and events proliferated. So together with Social Cons and Rotary Club of Makati, Josepi Rizal, we launched our works, or Rotary Works. May I ask, can you please play the video? So training companies and resource speakers also shared self-help topics and livelihood opportunities. With our works, our communication was borderless. Okay, so that's what we did during the pandemic times, and we are now going to do this and reach barangay levels. Because in the barangay, we still have a lot of people who are, you know, when you ask about CV or biodata, they're still in wet inks, right? So we want to help them get digitized information so it would be a lot easier for them to find jobs, I mean, online. You just post it, you share it, diba? You use JobStreet, and ourworks.com, ourworks.ph. So, let me ask you again. Okay, so if you listen carefully, kanina when I was speaking, there are just 3 points that I would like you to remember from all that I've said. Okay, one is that information should be available and accessible, correct? Number 2, information should improve life. Okay? Number 3, information is power. But only if you take action with it. Diba? Whatever you have there, it stays there if you don't act on it. So, let me ask you again, how do we advance global competitiveness? We share information that would promote the common good. Let's act on this information to include the marginalized, to balance the scale of justice, bottom line, to improve life. Let's use information to improve life. Be part of these projects, no matter how small they are. Okay? Be part in advancing responsible digital transformation. So, I'm putting responsible digital transformation. Happy 125th anniversary to everyone. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Thank you so much, the President of Rotary Josepi Rizal, Mr. Gloma Fori.
At this point, may we please call on the following, the founder of the Filipinos World, Miss Agnes Alimbog.
Hi, Miss Agnes. We can eat already. Everybody wants to eat the rest.
Pinapakita na namin kasi para tayong bandila.
Naku, the person is going to pay us.
Pero teka muna, di ba para tayong bandila? We represent the Philippine flag. Okay.
This is our founder of the Filipinos World, Miss Agnes Alimbog. The next one is the founder of Tagapagtaguyod ng Sining at Kultura ng Pilipinas. May we call in once again Dr. Liz Villaseñor.
And the president of... Oh. Okay. And of course, and the president of Kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas and CEO of IBS Media Group, Mr. Roy Bato. Yes. And of course, next we have
the representative of MWell of Metro Pacific is here, Tisha Kenito, Segment Head Business Development. She left also. Josh is here. Are you hungry na, Josh? Come na. Because everybody's hungry already. Okay? Thank you, Josh.
Welcome, Josh. And of course, may we also call some of our distinguished guests to please have the honor to present prizes. Let's be friends.
We will start off. This certificate of appreciation is presented to the grateful appreciation, outstanding support to the 25th Philippine Independence Day celebration with the theme Kalayaan 2023. Bagong Pilipinas, ang Diwa, ang Pagkakaisa, living the Bayanihan spirit. Given this day, the 9th of June 2023 at the PNP Museum, Camp Crame, Quezon City. Signed by Agnes Alimbog, founding director of the Filipinos World, and Dr. Liz Villaseñor, founder, tabaktilikod ng Sining Kultura ng Pilipinas. We give this to the Undersecretary of the Department of Foreign Affairs, Eduardo Rivera. See, you're also our model today, Secretary. The next one, we'd love to give again. The certificate of appreciation is presented in grateful appreciation and standing support for the 25th Philippine Independence Day celebration with the theme Kalayaan 2023, Bagong Pilipinas, ang Diwa, ang Pagkakaisa, living the Bayanihan spirit. Given this day, the 9th of June 2023, at the PNP Museum, Camp Crame, in Quezon City. Again, this is signed by Maria Agnes Alimbog, the founding director of the Filipino World, and Mr. Father Liz Villaseñor, founder of Tapakilikod ng Sining at Kultura ng Pilipinas. We'd like to give it to Assistant Secretary of the DMW, Venecio V. Legaspi.
Mahal ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay tungkulin kong nagkamahal.
Ayan. So you have to open your gift. Oh. What is it? What is it? Okay, it's a smartwatch, Diwa. Thank you so much. To the persons who are not here, thank you for coming. Okay. Again, this certificate of appreciation is presented in grateful appreciation of outstanding support to the 125th Philippine Independence Day celebration with the theme Kalayaan 2023, Bagong Pilipinas, ang Diwa ng Pagkakaisa, living the Bayanihan spirit. Given on this day of the 9th, June 2023 at the PNP Museum, Camp Crame, Quezon City. And it is again signed by Maria Agnes Alimbog, founding director of the Filipinos World, Dr. Liz Villaseñor, founder of Tagapagtaguyod ng Sining at Kultura ng Pilipinas. We give this to
Assistant Secretary of Department of Tourism, Maria Rica Bueno.
We will raffle now. Ano ba yung raffle na yun?
This certificate of appreciation is presented in grateful appreciation of outstanding support to the 125th Philippine Independence Day celebration with the theme Kalayaan 2023, Bagong Pilipinas. Ang Diwa ng Pagkakaisa, Living the Bayanihan Spirit, given on this 9th day of June 2023 at PNP Museum, Camp Crame, Quezon City, Philippines, signed by Maria Agnes Alimbog, founding director of the Filipinos World, and Dr. Flor Delis T. Villaseñor, founder of Tagapaguyod ng Sining at Kultura ng Pilipinas. May we call on
Oh my God, the president of the Jose Rizal. Makati Rotary Club, Mr. Bisglo Marfori.
Thank you very much, as we cover dito.
Thank you also. Would you like to give other awards?
Wait, before anything else, we would like to thank Nelson. Thank you so much.
Cheapskate. Diba? So at this point, sana kakain na tayo. Pero, we will show you some important videos again. Because without them, wala din kami. Okay? So we have from...
Of doing business. Right? The ease of doing business. Pag wala ho tayong ease of doing business, no foreigner would want to invest here. Ease of doing business, ARTA, those who would want their permits to be processed within that certain time that the government has prescribed. So doon po tayo dapat umangat lalo. We should help out our foreign investors to have more, to gain more respect by giving them the ease of doing business. And that is what we want in PEZA to develop more. So, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, as a spokesperson, Attorney Maria Del C. We will start investing tomorrow. Did you know that's so true, ha? Alam mo, well, that's very true because I noticed most of the provinces in Quezon, Cavite, they all actually became very, the economy around. Laguna, yeah, the one in Bataan. It's a private one. At this point, I'd like to introduce to you the person who's in charge of everything here. And the person who is also helping us all to have a good lunch. Lunch na ba? Or dinner? Can I give you the founder of the Filipinos World, Miss Agnes
Alimbog?
Here is Agnes.
Thank you, Carla and Raymond. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone for coming over. We have here, of course, General Thompson Lantion. Let's give him a round of applause. And can we announce that is the incoming Secretary of the Department. So, come June, end of June, he'll be appointed as the new Secretary of Department of Transportation. Of course, we have also Asek Benny Legaspe from Department of Migrant Workers. Thank you so much, Asek Legaspe. And I suppose Asek Rica Bueno was here earlier. She left already. She's still here. She's present outside. You have here the handsome debonair, the USEC of Department of Foreign Affairs, Eduardo Rebecca. Thank you so much, sir. Attorney Leah Badilio, Maria Leah Bell, Leah Crisostoman, masyadong mataas, mahaba. As spokesperson ng narinig niyo lang kanina. We have from the international community, can I just recognize Mr. Jesper how do you pronounce Jesper? Svengsen, okay, he's the Executive Director of the Nordic Chamber of Commerce. Let's give him a round of applause, please. We have also here Mr. Michael, I forgot the popular name of Michael. Nielsen, brand strategist or brand specialist strategist of the Perlay Corporation. Let's give him also a round of applause. We have here Mr. Bertito Hashimoto, Bertito Hashimoto, the president of Dreamscape Holdings. Yes, sir. And together with him is his friend from World Bank Treasury Department. Am I right? Ruben? Sorry, Edmond Ruby. Is that correct? Yeah. He's here also with us. Thank you so much, sir. On the table 4, I would have memorized the names, but let's give a round of applause from the Rotary Club of Makati Jose Pereza, headed by Glo Marfori and Miss Elizabeth Raboy, and together with Miss Lita Wells. Thank you so much for coming over here. We have here from the OFW sector, headed by Mr. Bong Guro. He is the president and national chair of the Alliance Worldwide Organizations or Incorporated. And together here is from the Department of Agrarian Reform, Director Randy Frugosa. Randy, thank you so much for coming. I would not I wouldn't forget this. He had come himself. He's a busy guy. The chairman and president of the Aguila Group of Companies, Mr. Nelson Aguila. Sir, you have to read us that. And of course, friends of Raymond Villanueva, Miss Rose Pico. She just wanted to watch and attend in here. We have also the president of the Kapsanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas Calabarzon region, Mr. Roy Bato, who is also a partner in here. We have also the president and founder of the Euro TV News, Mr. Danilo Mangajas. He will also be speaking right now. And I would like to recognize also the national president and the founder and national president of the Arts Patriots, Ms. Dr. Maria Socorro Malitao. Together with some entrepreneurs here, Ronaldo Ramos, Lambert Tan, and Enteng Yu. And we have also Barangay Kagawats from Camp Crame. Sir, I must have forgotten your names. Can you please rise? They're all up there. Supporting this event for this afternoon. We have 16 vloggers of General Lanchion all the way there at the back of this room. Thank you so much for coming. We have Joe Datuin. He is a visual Olympian, if he's still around, or he's not no longer, but he's here with us. And of course, from Emwell of Metro Pacific Investment, thank you so much. They're the ones who give smartwatches for our speakers. And later, if you want to get a smartwatch, you can download Emwell from your app, from your Play Store. This event wouldn't be possible without the coordination and the support of the tagapagtaguyod ng sining at kultura ng Pilipinas, led by the founder, Dr. Liza Villas Jr. Let's give her a round of applause, please. She's just at the backstage. But she's one of the artist, curator, sculptor, artists that we should be recognized of. Her paintings and this sculpture artwork are displayed in the new PMP Museum. And thank you so much for those I haven't recognized. Thank you for coming over. I would let our MCs have the rest because I know they were so tired. And please bear with us. This has been a 3-hour program, and I suppose we just come together once in a lifetime celebrating the Independence Day. And of course, as what as former spokesperson Ernesto Abella said, we tend to forget the celebration of our independence. We tend to forget that we Filipinos do have our mission. And we tend to forget that we come as one, gather as one, because we have to fight for that independence from now and going forward. At this juncture, may I call on the National Secretary General of the Pilipinas, and according to him, I mean not according to him, more of which because he's part of he's part of this government who works so hard to make this nation a better one. Let's call on a good friend of mine, Dr. Donald Diwa.
Maraming salamat sa inyo. Now, my topic would be more on the call to unity for national development. So I'm Dr. Rodolfo John Ortiz-Piope. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a doctor of organizational development, doctor of education, doctor of mathematics, and doctor of environmental science, and doctor of business administration. I finish it all, so I've written so much dissertation. Now, on these aspects is that when I was near here, when I was looking at the preparation, I saw a booth. There was a booth there. Be my beauty. That's the booth itself. So the idea itself of having an independent country and celebrating is for us to appreciate the beauty of our country. Now, we say that the call to unity. The call to unity so that this government would really prosper and would work better. Now, at that point, we say that the unity itself is very important. In Proverbs 14 and 19, he said, let us therefore make efforts to achieve peace and mutual edification. Which means that the idea that we'd like to do right now is that for our government to prosper and for our government to what? To progress. Siguro tatagalogin ko minsan yung aking pananalita base sa aking pakiramdam at pusong nakikita sa bawat Pilipino na aking nakaharap ngayon. Ano niyo po? Ano ba ang kailangan ng pagkakaroon ng isang pagkakaisa? Simple lang po naman yan eh. Unang-una, kailangan natin tandaan ang mga values, tandaan ito para magkaroon ng isang Pilipinas na nagkakaisa, mamamayang nagkakaisa, mga liyong nagkakaisa. For us to realize unity, progress, and change, first, we need to look at the first letter T. You know, it's this, trust. Filipinos must know how to trust each other. Pag wala po tayong pananampalataya, paniniwala sa isa't isa, ay hindi natin makikita ang totoong pagbabago at pagkakaisa. There is also practice of healthy skepticism, but still, trust is very important. In business, if there's no trust, we cannot end transactions. In government, if we have no trust in the one running in the election, we will not vote for that person. So trust is important. Next is that we need to look at the letter I. What is I? We should have integrity. We cannot realize unity and change and progress if we ourselves do not have the integrity. I cannot preach what I cannot do. I'm doing something, I say, do that, huwag kang magnakaw, pero nagnanakaw ka pa rin sa pamahalaan. So integridad ang kailangan para sa pagbabago. Ang isa po na sunod ay letter M na tinatawag. Motivation. Even if we have the trust, and even if we have the integrity, but we are not motivated enough to move for the progress and unity, of this country. Kaya nga, ano ba yung motivasyon na yun? Alam ko na may pagbabago, alam ko na magkakaroon tayo ng isang progreso sa ating bayan, pero ayaw nating kumilos. Dapat kumilos ang bawat Pilipino. The next is letter P. Principle. Prinsipyo. Kanina may speaker tayo nag-discuss Philippinism. He said that he researched Philippinism on the internet. I've been working on Philippinism so much in my life that it is in the context of an ideological point of view. Simple lang po ang Pilipinismo. Pilipino at ismo. Anong ibig sabihin ng ismo? Sistema. Sistemang Pilipino. Ano ang sistemang Pilipino? Nabanggit natin ang mga katangian ng Pilipino. Mabait, di ba? We have all the workers abroad who are ambassadors to our country, promoting the nation. Di ba? That is the Filipino system. The Filipino system na masipag, matyaga. I remember when I was talking to a diplomat, and also in the Timor-Leste, wherein I am also the consultant of the Ministry of Investment. They like Filipino to work in Timor-Leste. And also in Congo. Sabi lang, we like Filipino to work in Congo, specifically construction. Bakit? Kasi daw yung ordinaryong manggagawa, katumbas na ng isang inhinyero sa kanila. Ganon kagaling ang ating mga kababayang Pilipino. Palakpakan po natin ang mga Pilipino nating kababayan. Prinsipyo ang kailangan. If there is no principle, we could not change. That's why, if we would vote for something, vote for someone, we look at the principle of that person. But the sad thing is that sometimes we do not look at the principle per se. We look at also the thing that I like him not because of the principle, but it's more of the what? The camaraderie. Now, T-I-M-P. What is T? Trust, integrity, motivation, and principle. The next is letter U. You should be unafraid. We say unafraid. Filipinos are unafraid. They look at for something for us to come up with the
And more food is coming already. Diba? At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much breather because we have 250 other speakers who are joining us. They're all lining up there. Oh, wait for your turn. We're coming now. So, we're supposed to have another speaker, but she didn't arrive. So, we will put her in our, what's this, X list. So at this point, as Filipinos, how do we take a path in this country make a better place to live? Diba? That's what Mr. John Gilbert.
Yeah, how do we do that, right?
Diba? And it's a spirit, it's a unity, it's being putting Filipinos all together, especially the word lapang. Okay? So at this point,
Explain, please.
lapang is a very exotic word in front of you. That's the word. Okay, so we have a special part of this program, which in a way is also encompasses why we are celebrating this Independence Day.
It's a special performance.
Actually. So, please clear the dance floor. Okay?
Like
So,
sinabi kayong lahat. Because it's time, it's party time. We have to go here.
so, Mr. Agnes will introduce a special
Please do the honors of introducing the tribe.
Okay, we have here a special performance. Okay, look, as Filipinos, we also include our indigenous peoples because that's where we come from. We came from a Malay tribe. And we're glad to have here this evening or afternoon Dato Kiel of Tibul tribe who's gonna be performing a Thanksgiving dance. Let's give them a round of applause.
dito, hindi po ako may-ari niya. Ang may-ari po niyan si Senator Aimee. At si Dadari Diak po. Pangalawa, yung pong pagiging Secretary of Transportation, ang pagkakita ko si Secretary Jimmy Bautista, there is no truth to the rumor. Marites ka din. Ngunit nais ko munang paliwanag ang aming hanay. Ako pong Secretary General ng Partido Federal ng Pilipinas at ang ating national chairman sa hanay na yan. Ang Pangulong 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Ito po ang aming ibigyan na diin at pansin. Nung ako'y pinatawag ng ating mahal na Pangulo sa kanyang tahanan sa Makati, ang sabi niya, General, ako'y sasabi sa inyong hanay ng Partido Federal because I believe in its core principles. What are the core principles? Number one is to believe in God. Naniniwala sa ating may kapal. Whether you are Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, naniniwala tayo sa may kapal. Number two is humanism, giving human dignity for every individual. Number three, sabi nga ni Professor John Chopin, he should be a candidate for senator because of his speech today. He is, we call it patriotic federalism, wherein you defend its concept, vision, and mission for its realization. Number four is our enchanted, enhanced socialism, giving job generation to every individual to improve their livelihoods, their knowledge to improve their lives. And the last of the four principles is participatory democracy, direct democracy. And he told me, President, was a senator then, in general, we have to give power to the people, especially barangays and local government units. So with that, in a nutshell, is our Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. So the plan for that would be in the intervening period, maybe Congress will be transformed into a parliament. Gusto niyo ba yun? Power to the people. Check lang natin. Anyway, that's it. I'll give this federalism DNA to you. So that you don't remember the humanities. Okay? And for the others, I would guess that the other side of the world, the other countries, I have some copies here for your reading. Madam John, to give to you for your yes. Okay. Maraming salamat. Now I'll read now the allegiance or oath.
Yes, can we all stand or our distinguished guests in the pleasure of the
Sino bang gumawa nito? Si Director, ano? Mukhang ulat ako dyan. Pakita na ng kamay at sumunod po sa akin. At kung kanang kamay, except the foreign guest. Ano naman, hindi kaliwa. Kasi pag kaliwa, hindi bilaban niya. Ako si inyong pangalan ay buong puso na nag-aalay ng katapatan sa bansang Pilipinas, kung saan magigiting na lahi ay sinilang at kung saan ay dama natin ang lakas at sipag ng tao na mamuhay ng masagana at may dangal ang aking gagampanan ang lahat ng mga tungkulin na may pagmamahal at katapatan. Ako ay maglilingkod sa aking bayan ng buong katapatan at may pananalig sa Diyos. Inaalay ko ang lahat ng aking mga pangarap at pagsisikap para sa tagumpay ng pagkakaisa at kalayaan. Maging katumbas man ito ng ating buhay para sa ating minamahal na Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas!
Yes, Miss Carla.
And where's the gift? Sorry.
All from Emwell.
That's from Emwell. And of course, we would like also to